Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Now, Deontay Wilder is returning, and I see a lot of people saying, and even I've said this, he needs Mark Breland back. I've been saying that for a while now. But my question is this. What the F happened to Mark Breland? I understand Wilder didn't want him in his corner. I get it. About tampering with his water bottle. I know for a fact Mark Breland had a relationship with the Kronk Gym. Like, that's a fact, okay? So when you initially, entertain Wilder's claim that Mark Breland had, spiked his water, it's kind of hard to really accept that, right? Because it's like, why would Mark Breland do that? He had Deontay Wilder almost fighting like him. Mark Breland was tall, lanky, jab, big right hand. He was an Olympian. Wilder, tall, lanky. At moments showed that he could have a Larry Holmes type jab, but had the big right hand. Olympian as well. But even, let's just say, if the rumors about Mark Breland were not true, right, which I still find that hard to believe. However, I got to ask the question, why isn't he involved in boxing in some capacity? He just, disappeared into oblivion. Wilder comes out, fires him. All of a sudden, Mark Breland ain't working with no one. Now, if you're a guy like Mark Breland, who I give all the credit in the world to for developing Wilder to the point to Wilder went on and had them 10 title defenses or whatever, I think that shit is all Mark Breland. Everything Wilder did up until his first loss, I think it was all Mark Breland. I don't think what Jay Diaz had shit to do with it. That's just my opinion. But that being said, with a guy who can take someone like Wilder, who was not polished at all, and buff him up enough to where he can go out here and dominate, why isn't he working with other fighters? Where is he? I've only seen him pop up like twice and post something on Twitter, I think it was, after Wilder initially fired him and accused him of spiking his water. And I saw he did one interview where he talked about Wilder, but he's not a guy who's really out here doing interviews, talking about boxing, talking about Wilder. He just disappeared. It's almost like after that second Wilder fight, it's almost like he got the retirement check too, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know he probably had money already because he was an ex-professional boxer. He was a champion, I think two-time champion. But to me, to just disappear like that, I just have to wonder, what really happened. And I would honestly like someone to break their silence on where Mark Breland's at, what he's doing, why he didn't return to boxing, and to come out and try to debunk Wilder's conspiracy theories. And let's discuss Mark Breland's shortcomings as a trainer. And if the shortcomings were so significant that nobody wants to work with him. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veteran 7 continents. This is a sad situation over there in Wilder's corner, man. But it is what it is. But if Mark Breland said he had nothing to do with Wilder losing, it's because Wilder was just stubborn and didn't listen. And that's why it eventually caught up to him. And some people believe, if you look at Wilder right now, even Malik Scott said Wilder could be stubborn. There's a lot of people who believe Mark Breland is innocent and just a victim. But there are still some who feel like something sketchy about Mark. All I'm saying is, where is he? Why isn't he involved in boxing? I find that odd. In the breeze.